Good morning, grade 4. Welcome back to your English class. Today we will be starting a new lesson, that is, where have all the tigers gone? Our topic for today is author's purpose. That means by the end of today's lesson, you should be able to tell me why the author has written this lesson, okay? Why he has written the lesson and what he wants to tell us through this lesson. So let's get started. Now imagine, okay, that you want a bike. Okay, this is just an example. Imagine that you want a bike and you're trying to convince your parents, okay, to buy you a bike. What method would you use? So usually we use the method known as persuasion, right? We try to persuade them into buying us something what we need. Okay, so in case you want a bike and you're going to your parents and you're going to tell them, Mom, Dad, okay, I would like you to buy me a bike. Now they're going to ask you, why do you need a bike? So you're going to give them a lot of reasons why you need a bike, isn't it? You may tell them that traveling to school on your bike reduces air pollution. You could also tell them that it reduces time instead of you walking to school. You could also tell them that it would make you fit and healthy, right? So you would give them various reasons why they should buy you a bike, okay? This method, okay, of convincing a person to do something is known as persuasion, okay? And today's topic is all about persuasion. Means the author is going to persuade us to do something. So let's have a look at today's topic. Now, before we go into today's topic, authors have many purposes why they write stories or why they write lessons, okay? So I'll be discussing the three major ones today, okay? That is to persuade, to inform, and to entertain, okay? So the first one, as I've already told you, okay, to persuade. Now, when an author tries to persuade us, he is trying, okay, to tell the reader to believe in something or to do something or to follow something, okay? Like the example which I've given you for the bike. When you ask your parents to buy you something, you give them reasons why that thing is good for you, and then they go and they buy it for you, right? So you're persuading them to buy it for you. You're convincing them, okay? Then one is to inform, okay? So the inform is when the author tries to give information to a person. For example, if the author is telling you about the traffic lights, okay, and what colors of the traffic light mean what, okay? So we know that the red color tells us to stop, we know that the yellow tells us to be ready, and we know that the green tells us to go. So that is to inform, okay? The author is informing us about the use of the traffic light and the traffic colors, okay? Next is to entertain, okay? It is something that makes us laugh, something that makes us enjoy the story, okay? And over here the author would use drama and humor. It could also be a sad story, it could be a happy story. So for example, the tale of Peter Rabbit, that could be a story to entertain, okay? So usually the author uses these three purposes, but today we will be discussing only on our first way, okay, that is to persuade. So let's have a look at today's lesson. Where have all the tigers gone? Okay, so we will be reading the lesson and we will understand the lesson. Last Sunday, I went to the zoo with my parents. I saw a beautiful tiger there. It looked very furious, but I wasn't scared at all. Okay, so the tiger was in the zoo. Okay, the author has gone to the zoo and he saw a beautiful tiger, but he was not scared. The sign outside the cage said that tigers are an endangered species. My mother told me it meant that there are very few tigers left on earth and that pretty soon there may be none left at all. Can you imagine that? So endangered means, okay, species which are becoming less and less. Okay, extinct means species which are no longer there on the earth. Endangered means that these animals, okay, are becoming less and less every day, and there are very few of them left. Okay, so the otter's mom tells him that the tiger is an endangered species and there are very few tigers left on the earth today. Okay, let's go to the next page. I wanted to know why there are so few tigers, so I went to the library to find out more about this. Okay, so the author, he goes to the library because he wants to know more about it. Tigers are disappearing for two reasons. Okay, so when he goes to the library, he comes to know that tigers are disappearing for two reasons. The first one is that people hunt them for their skin, their bones and other body parts which are used as medicine. Okay, so this is something which we all know, right? People love to hunt tigers because they like their skin. Okay, they use it as carpets, okay, as mats, or just as what would I say, a wall hanging. Okay, so we have even seen this in movies, right? And they are also hunted for their body parts. Okay, using the body parts of tigers, people make medicines. Okay, now this I do not know the credibility of whether medicines made through tigers' body parts, okay, if they are really useful, but in many places you would find that people believe that if you use medicines made of tigers' body parts, you become healthy or it can cure many diseases. And so they hunt tigers. Okay, the second reason, okay, is that people destroy jungles to grow crops. Now we know that tigers live in jungles, and we human beings, okay, our population is increasing day by day, and because of that we are cutting down jungles. Okay, now when we cut down jungles, where will the tigers go? They don't have a home. Okay, so slowly, okay, the tiger's home is being destroyed. Okay, we need to grow crops, we need wood, okay, we need land for making so many houses, and so these tigers, they have no place to go. Okay, their home is slowly disappearing. I felt sad thinking about this. You might ask me why. After all, tigers are dangerous animals, aren't they? So the author says that once he read that tigers are disappearing and people are killing them, he felt sad, right? So he tells us that people may ask him, why are you feeling sad? It's good, right, if tigers are being killed? But no, it is not good, okay, because tigers, okay, tigers are not dangerous animals, okay? Of course, they kill humans, but there is a reason, okay? So let's find the reason. However, everything in nature is connected. So the author says that, of course, tigers are dangerous, but we should remember that killing them is not an option because everything in nature is connected, and by killing tigers, we are affecting nature. So let's see how. Tigers are predators, okay? This means that they hunt other animals for their food. Deer and wild boars are their favorite prey, okay? So over here, the author tells us that tigers hunt other animals for their food, okay? Especially deer and the wild boars. Now, we know that tigers are carnivores. They like to eat meat, isn't it? Whereas deers are herbivores. They eat grass, okay? So now, if the tigers disappear from the jungle, the number of prey animals like deer and wild boars would go up, okay? So, tigers eat the deer. If tigers do not eat the deer, what's going to happen? These deer, okay, or wild boars are going to increase. Now, when these animals increase, they are going to eat more plants, isn't it? They're going to eat more trees. They're going to eat more plants, and there will be too many animals, okay? There will be no balance in nature because there will be more deer and the tigers are not going to eat them, okay? So there will be too many deers, there will be too many boars, okay? And there will be too less food, okay? Now let's see how this is going to affect the food chain, okay? The jungle will slowly disappear, okay? So if the tiger stops eating the deer, what's going to happen? The deer is slowly going to eat up all the trees, all the grass, okay? And the jungles will slowly disappear, okay? And remember, okay, jungles are a boon for us, okay? If you remember, in our previous story, we learned of all the things that the jungle or the forest gives us. So remember that all those resources are going to go. We're not going to have wood. We will not have food. We won't have flowers, fruits, vegetables, okay, medicine. So, can you now understand, okay, why tigers are important? Yes, you do, right? You may think that tigers live far away in the jungle somewhere, but everything is affected when the tigers disappear. This is why we must save them, okay? So remember, tigers eat deer, deer eats grass, okay? And if the tigers do not eat the deer is going to increase, they are going to eat more grass, and finally we are going to have no jungles, okay? And this is going to affect us. It's going to become very hot. We have already learned it in our previous story, okay? So we need to remember, okay, that we share the earth with so many animals, birds, insects, and plants, okay? We must remember that we are part of the earth, not outside of it, okay? All other forms of life have a right to live too. We should learn to share our planet. If we don't, we too will disappear soon, okay? So the author concludes by telling us that we need to share our planet, okay? We are not the only ones who belong to this planet Earth, and if we do not do this, what is going to happen? We are also going to die in the long run, because once our forest disappears, we will have no food, it'll become very hot, okay? So many things are going to happen. So we need to stop killing tigers. Clear? So this was today's story, okay? Let's have a short discussion before I end today's class, okay? So my first question is, what is the essay about, okay? What is today's topic about? So today's topic is about saving tigers, right? Why should we save tigers? We should save tigers because they are very important. They are part of the food chain, okay? If we kill tigers, we are also going to suffer in the long run. Why are tigers disappearing? Tigers are disappearing because people, okay, kill them for their skin, their bones, and other body parts, okay? They are also disappearing because people are destroying jungles, okay, to grow crops and for wood. So the answer is over here, okay? And why has the author written this essay? So he has written this essay because he wants to persuade us, or he wants to convince us to stop killing tigers, okay? So today's homework is S1, okay? So S1, you have 4 questions which we have already discussed just now. So you need to write that. Then you have got two questions, okay, where you need to write what is the reason why the author is writing this descriptions, okay? For example, they've given you a description of a traffic light. I've already given you an example, right? And they have also told you, and he's also given you an example of why you should become a good reader, okay? The reasons. So you need to write why the author is giving you this, asking you to, what is the author's purpose, okay? And the last one is about a bicycle, okay, which we have already discussed. So I think today's topic is well covered. So I want you to do S1, okay, for your homework. I want you to read the lesson carefully, and I also want you to learn the glossary for today. In case you have any doubts and you are still confused, feel free to give me a call or to message me. So bye-bye and have a great day.